All right, welcome back again. This is Stephen Libman. Now, if you've been following along, a couple of videos ago, I talked about that I'm introducing this idea about challenging your relationship with money. And my job is to shatter the illusions surrounding money so ultimately that you can have more of it. Having said that, that first video was just about a welcome and who am I and why should you care as to what we're talking about. And the second video, the one that we just did, that was about planning, right? Nothing happens unless you have a direction or you need to, or you know where you're going to go. And in that video, I talked about having three specific goals. One was knowing what the cost passively is to cover your current lifestyle, knowing what the cost passively is to cover your comfortable lifestyle. And third is what's that pie in the sky? What is the ultimate where you'd like to get to or what your retirement might look like? What's that going to cost you? And then I said, take a look at where you are honestly and objectively. Nobody's looking over your shoulder. So, and take a look at what's that gap. And for some people, they don't have a gap. Some people are where they want to be. Now, for the rest of the 99% of most people that are out there, there's going to be a gap. And for many, many people, that gap can be quite significant. For some people, even less so. So I'm going to give you a simple way of looking at this. Let's say the cost of the life that you're living today is $5,000 a month gross. So that's $60,000 a year. Let's just take that number and let's assume that you're currently working for a living and you're making that $60,000 a year and you're pretty much breaking even. Well, your first goal is going to be, well, or I should back up. If you love that job, it's great. If you don't love that job, it's probably killing you in some way. But your first role should be, how do I replace that income passively? So what do I really need? I need $5,000 a month to replace that passively. Now, let's just use real estate because most people understand real estate. What if you purchased a property that generated $1,000 cash flow per month? So you have all the income coming in, you have all the expenses going out. What you're left with is $1,000 a month. That could be a single family home, it could be a duplex, doesn't have to be anything monumental. But what is it that would happen next? Well, we would take that amount of money and we would say that's 1,000. If I did that 5 more times, that would be 5,000. And with $5,000 a month coming in passive residual income from rental property, I no longer have to work that job. I no longer have to do that. And keeping that in mind as your top of mind idea, it's not 50 properties, it's not 100 properties, it's five. And that's what people don't realize. If you have none, no rental properties yet. Okay, so what do you do next? Obviously, you have to learn how to make that happen. And down the road, I'm sure I'll start teaching some stuff about specifics about real estate investing and stuff like that. But right now, we're talking about money and how it is that you earn your money. So that is its simplest. And of course, if your gap is bigger, well, then you need more. Now, we can do that in a whole host of ways. I'm just using real estate as an example. But start looking at what is that gap and what are some of the things that you might know already that you might be able to bring to the table to generate that income. Now, here's a tip, right? I call this a millionaire-minded tip. If you don't possess something, who do you know that possesses it? Because not everything is going to come from you. Keep that in mind, and I look forward to our next time together. All right? Stay well.